Hello, excuse me. Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. This is Claudia with Olivos Art Studio, and I'm here for our usual Sunday chat and cards. I have some candles going and my cards. Hello. Hola, Esther. Hello. Hold on one second. And Lynn and Danielle, thank you so much for sharing, of course. I want to see if I could, I've seen some people when they do these that you could see like my face and then you could see a little bit of the cards also, but you should see how twisted I just made this arm. And I have the light pointing the opposite way. Well, so we can do this when we look at the cards. And let me know if you can hear me okay. Because I do have my voice raised. Can you hear me if I talk like this? Can you hear me all right? Susie. Hey, Susie. Welcome. Hold on one second. I'm only seeing some of the messages. And part of the reason is I'm tidying up so I can find where in the world did I put my glasses. We are on my bed. Look, Esther, I have the shawl you gave me right here. I don't know where I put my glasses. No idea. All right, let me see. I'm going to have to do this and look through here. I have to look up. Hi, Lynn, says Danielle, Claudia, and everyone. Brightest blessings, says Susie. Susie, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm feeling much better today. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're feeling better, Esther. Yes. Good to hear. Hello, hello. Okay. Hello, Elena. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now you can see the candles. One of them is a gift from Esther, and then I have one of Esther's candles over on my altar. Hold on one second. Oh. They're my glasses. They were right behind my glass. Hold on. Did I just show everybody my butt? I'm glad it's a small group. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you. I feel so much better. I just reminded me to put some heat on my back. I tell you what, I that acupuncturist is amazing. I went and I could not move. Well, I've got to tell you, it's been a mixture of things. I'll tell you. I want to tell you because I think that, it's important that we share, different things that can help each other, where we can help one another. Is it one or two? I believe that last time you said if I'm looking over here, so um, I feel funny when I look at myself with my glasses on. Um, I do still have quite a bit of pain on my neck and my back. Um, I have to be taking Advil, and I'm taking the Boswellia also, Danielle, thank you, which the Boswellia also can hurt your liver, um, like Advil, but it's more natural. So I'm mixing it up. And in a way, it's bad when I take the painkiller because then I move around too much, like I just did, and I shouldn't do that. But by nature, I am very, you know, which is part of the reason sometimes I just stay in bed, because if I stay in bed, I get more work done. As soon as I'm up, I'm like all cleaning and I'm like doing stuff. Anyhow, let me tell you the things that help me heal. First of all, magnesium oil, to help calm your muscles. Infrared, an infrared mat that I bought years ago. See, my back's hurting now a little bit. That I bought years ago for my the big injury that I had, and unfortunately, my infrared mat stopped working like 2 days ago. They're not cheap. I mean, the one I bought wasn't very that expensive. You can buy them for like $1,700. I paid $200 for mine, and that was a lot. But infrared heat goes deep into your tissues and your ligaments and your muscles and everything to heal them. And I was pretty sure that the damage that I did, which for those that you don't know, I was doing crow pose. You can look up crow pose. And a lot of times on crow pose, you'll fall forward and hit your face. So you can see I have yellow still on my face. Um, but what was happened to me was not just that I fell on the floor, but I hit on the way down the mattress, so it didn't hurt, but I hit with all my body weight and it threw my neck back really hard. I mean, I was like, oh, I remember grabbing my neck and everything. So I thought it was a whiplash. So, so I treated it like that until I could see the acupuncturist 3 days later. Right, 3 days later. So I saw him, and he did acupuncture, and then he said next time, he's Korean and he speaks with a thick accent. He's like, next time you'll see my massage therapist. I wasn't too happy about it because it's not cheap, but I was like, okay, 30 minutes. And she was pretty harsh on my back, but it helped. So I think, and then he did acupuncture again, and essential oils. I did a combination of spearmint, eucalyptus, rosemary, chamomile, lavender. And I did not add helichrysum in there, but helichrysum is one that I've added in the past. That's good for this. Milk thistle for liver when I need it. Yes, I have milk thistle also. Thank you. Oh no. Yes, it was bad. I tell you all, it was so bad when I fell. I mean, right now, I have been pretty much in bed for a week. I fell last Friday. So I think I told you all on Sunday, but Sunday was still so recent that I didn't realize how bad it was. And when I went to the urgent care on Sunday, they said if it gets worse, go to the ER and get an MRI. And so then I made an appointment with an orthopedic surgeon and with the acupuncturist. But I've now canceled with the orthopedic surgeon because I'm feeling that much better. I mean, I know it just all, like ligaments, and I kind of suspected it as soon as because this is how it happened I think I told you all last Sunday a little bit, but when I went back, when my head went back, I really literally was just praying that I would not die or be paralyzed. And then my whole body was shaking, and I had my hands on my neck, and I was started doing Reiki and feeling the heat, and then I very slowly started massaging, and I could tell that there was relief. And even though my body went into shock then because I started shaking and I was drenched in sweat, but still I knew that I was going to be okay. I went to the urgent care just because Sergio really wanted me to, um and last time I didn't go was when I had the big accident, and I should have gone. So, but um, yeah, I'm feeling so much better. Thank you. I mean, it was said he lost 4 days of work because, not 4 days. So yeah, two, because for him to help me, he had to cook. He had to take care of the dogs. He had to do the dishes, and that is really overwhelming to him. And like the whole day went with that. So it's and and me needing, that I couldn't really walk around very much, so I would might be maybe I needed help to get up. But I don't know, I think he had to go to the store. I don't know how Saturday and last Sunday disappeared. And then Monday he had a migraine, so we got way behind with our orders, but I think that we're catching up now. I mean, we're still a little bit behind. So if you're waiting for things from us, we are. I am so sorry. And I spent all morning with someone complaining because they ordered a reproduction on canvas and they wanted it on paper. I mean, our listings are all reproduction on canvas. You can scroll down, you can choose on paper. And she wants a refund, and we don't, we do everything to order, so we don't do, I mean, I'll do exchanges, but um but I've never, and we make exceptions and everything, but not when people are rude. I gave her 40% off on her next purchase, and she said she was gonna report me to PayPal. Um, and in her first email, she said that she didn't realize it was on canvas, and she wanted it on paper. Anyhow, I shouldn't be venting with this stuff to you all, but it's just our days are being sucked dry on, and I feel like we're so behind. So today we were going to present a new goddess. Today I was going to present a new goddess. Remember I told you all? So we're not. I'm sorry. I guess that's why I'm venting and ranting a little bit, because I was going to present a new goddess to you all today, and because it is because time is of the essence for this particular goddess. Can you guess who she is by my saying that? Can you guess? New Zealand to call it Actipatch. PEMF. I haven't heard of that. Let me know. My acupuncturist is Korean. In Korea, a he's like a family doctor. He's licensed to be a family, but here in the US, he's only only licensed to practice acupuncture. And he actually, all the stuff he uses is from Korea. So he actually prescribed and therefore sold me some big patches to wear at night. And they're all natural herbs. Everything he does is with herbs and things. It's really nice. Did you know that Korean cosmetics are some of the best in the world? That like people in Europe know that, and in Chile everybody knows that too. And so when I was in Chile, I finally decided to try not cosmetics, but skincare. I guess cosmetics too, but I don't wear a whole lot of makeup. Although I did, someone complimented it, well, and thank you, but did play around with eyeliner. I'm so awful with makeup. Um, but I did buy some skincare, some Korean skincare, and it's so good. So they're really well known for that. It's been amazing. It helped me grow back an atrophied portion of my knee. Wow. People are so great. I know. Vesta again, or Venus. And she's brand new. So Venus, I already painted her as Aphrodite. Um, she has similarities to Vesta. Mary Magdalene's birthday. Is it, Danielle? Gosh, that is one of my other to-do things, is that I want to make a calendar where I have all the birthdays for all the goddesses, so that we could, and sacred mothers, because again, I just don't have time. Was I telling you all that? Yes. I was talking to somebody earlier, and I was like, I just don't have, because people now have realized that I'm leaving at the end of this month, sort of. I mean, on the 28th of February, I'll be flying to Chile. I'm only going for a month, but all of a sudden, friends that I haven't seen, some of them in 2 years, because I haven't seen them since I got here, now want to see me. And I'm like, I don't have time now. I'm leaving. I need to finish paintings. I need to do releases. We were going to do an Aphrodite ritual kit release that I had to get scrapped because, or put on hold, because Sergio doesn't have time to make the resin pieces. With this new goddess that's coming out, oh my goddess, I have such an exciting kit planned out, but it's pretty much a lot of resin work, which is all Sergio, and he just doesn't have time because, he's an elementary art school teacher, and he, for some of you that don't know, his partner is Sarah, who's part of our tribe on Facebook, who just gave birth to a most beautiful baby boy, but it's given Sergio even more work at his day job. So anyhow, so it's a lot, but there's so much that we have in store for you, and nobody's guessed yet. Nobody's yes. Um, but yes, we have to. So tomorrow is tomorrow the 30th. We have to do something for Mary Magdalene. Thank you. I should write it down on my little calendar if I have my pen here. So I am using my witch's date book. The very first person who give me a witch's date book is Ruthie, and so I told her I was going to buy one for myself in her name. So this is given to me by Ruthie, bought by me, but given to me by Ruthie. You know what I mean? And so until I publish my own date book, I will be using these, and I really. And there's my little goddess for the month, by the way. I'm so excited because last year I didn't get to do that. Okay, let me grab a pencil. Hold on. Okay, so today is, it hurts me to look down. Today is the 30th, so the 31st is Mary Magdalene feast day. That's strange because they did celebrate Mary Magdalene's feast day over the summer at St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York. Remember? Because they used my Mary Magdalene. My glasses are crooked, I think. They used one of my Mary Magdalenes for that. No, it wasn't St. Patrick's, I wish. It was where was it? Esther, do you remember? It's an electrical wire. Oh, I might have that. Is it like a stems thing? You're not in sync. Oh no. Oh, thank you, Susie. 31st. Yeah, Susie. So the last 6 years, I've been living 6 months in Chile and 6 months in the US. And this will be the first time that I'm going back for only a month. And that I'm traveling by myself without a dog. I think of that too, how great it would be if there was a calendar for your goddesses. Yes, yes, yes. So I have that in the plans. Um, Esther, you asked a few weeks ago whether the goddess that's coming up, um, whether she was Hestia. And Hestia is was isn't that who you asked about? Because you asked about um a goddess of the hearth, and I think it was Hestia that you asked about, right? So that is that's my other hint, or is that the same hint? She's a goddess of the hearth. Now I gave you the hint that it's around this time, and she's a goddess of the hearth. So I've given you two hints. Her feast day is summer. Tomorrow's birthday. Thank you. I wrote feast day. Birthday. Thank you so much for clarifying that. Oh, my neck. You got stuck looking up dates for the goddesses, different dates. Oh, Esther, that's right. You had said you might want to work on that. Well, I appreciate that. I think either one, it's sort of like the saint's name. Like you have a celebration in Latino culture for like your saint's name and your birthday. And I've been thinking so much that in a way, I wish I could change my name to my first name. My mother always told me that in Chile, you go by the second name. And then when I got to Chile, it's not like that. And it's not really like that here either, is it? Do you go by your first or your second name? Anyhow, in Chile, anywhere I go, they call me Maria because that's my first name. And it took me living there. Oh, my tummy just turned. See? Still, it takes me, it's like, oof, I don't know what it is. Um, and Maria has beautiful meanings where the name Claudia does not have such beautiful meanings. And I keep falling. And the Latin meaning of the name Claudia is lame. And I've thought about, changing to Maria. I shouldn't say I've thought about it like I've thought about it for a long, long time. I just started thinking about it like yesterday. vibrates 1,000 times per second more advanced than stim, and doesn't need stick pads. Frozen? Am I frozen? Hello, Melody. Maria? Maria Claudia. Oh, yeah. I should go by both, right? I've got a friend. Okay, I've got a friend on Facebook who he's an older gentleman, and he pretty much would come across just as a gringo, and I say that, with love, as an American. But it turns out that his great grandmother was Mexican, and was a very strong woman who worked for civil rights of Mexican people down in Texas, and her name was Maria. So in her honor, because he's my friend, he calls me Maria Claudia. And then I have a lot of friends who call me, and family members who call me Claudita, which is, sweet. But when Sergio goes, Claudia, always scares the shit out of me, and I tell him, do not call me by my name, just make something up. I'm going to tell him, start calling me Maria. And my dad, every single time, I would see, for several years, I saw my dad every weekend. I went many years without seeing my dad as I was growing up. And then, as many of you know, my dad died when I was 17. But for several years before he died, every weekend we go up to New York, and he loved plays. He loved Broadway, and he would put on Maria from West Side Story, and he would sing to me, just playing. Maria, Maria, I just met the girl named Maria. I could sing about as well as he could. So, but yeah, maybe Maria Claudia would be good. Not frozen. Oh, hey, Alma. Yeah, my mom never used my name, Maria. Never. So I have a feeling that it was my dad who wanted to name me Maria. She never said it. She never liked saying my last name either, because that was my dad's name. So, maybe that's why it freaks me out when Sergio goes, Claudia! Because I was never called anything but that. I was never called Maria Claudia Olivos Quiroga. She never used all my names. So I bet you Maria was my dad's choice, and maybe Claudia was her choice. I don't know that. I'm just guessing. But apparently, I guess she never liked Maria. I don't know. She never called me that, though. But it has a beautiful meaning. Yes. I've never not been proud of my name, but it's like Mary. Maria's like Mary, just a very, well, no, it's more common in Chile, just a very common name. So almost everybody's got Maria somewhere, Everybody's like Mariana, Maria Claudia, Maria Andrea, Maria this, Maria that. Everybody's got Maria. It's like it's almost like not, so I never minded not being called Maria. It made sense to me. But I'd never, at that time, never looked at the meaning of names. I remember I had a friend whose mom named her Nemesis. Can you imagine? She named her Nemesis. My grandmother gave her daughters the middle name Maria or Marie. When I asked her why, she says she got tired of thinking up names after having 9 girls. Yeah, so my mom had 3 girls and 1 boy. There's Maria Claudia, Andrea Mariana, and Maria Jimena. So she named two of us Maria as our first name. So yeah, so that doesn't go then. That my dad liked the name because she did name my other sister Maria, and that's with a different dad. And Maria Jimena, my mom's name is Jimena, but my sister, who was born here in the U.S., thought the name was too weird, and the kids made fun of her, so she decided to go by Maria, which my mom was never happy about. But yet she named her that with a different husband. So yeah, my little sister goes by that I never see and will never see again, probably. So it doesn't matter. It's not like there will be confusion in the family. And in Chile, nobody calls her Maria. Everybody calls her Jimenita or Jimena. Nobody knows her by Maria in Chile. And I'm not in contact with anybody who knows her here. So it wouldn't be confusing. But isn't that funny? Yeah, I hadn't thought about any of this. You know what's funny is Sergio's parents named uh, all their kids after them. So Sergio's dad is Sergio Raul, and they have two boys. One is Sergio, and the other one's Raul. And then they have a daughter, Graciela, like the mom, Graciela. And then they've done the same with the kids. It's crazy. One of your middle names is Maria. How many middle names do you have, Danielle? Emma. Oh, I like Emma, Susie. Oh, I like Emma so much. I love the name Emma. I think this is because I read a lot of classics growing up. I feel like Emma is I have that synesthesia where I can see names and colors and everything, but I can also get like a feeling for the names, and so Emma is very like open field and elegant, provincial, like it, in the fancy schmancy way. Nemesis actually doesn't have as bad of a history as a deity as most people think. It's Nemesis people that are the problem. Okay, so tell me about that. I know my grandma was Mary Margaret. It was a church thing, I think, but she went by Margaret. Oh, yeah? Yeah, that makes sense because of Mary. I have two middle names, Anne Monica. Oh, I love that. So you have three names. I have two. The other's Alexandria. Wow. That is very cool. Susie is actually not a skill. It's actually a brain thing. It's like, so it's not a skill that you can hone. It is like the way that your brain is. And they have found that a lot of artists have that. They have found that a lot of people that are neurodiverse have it as well, but a lot of artists have it. And there's lots of different ways to have it. Some ways there's one. I have it in a lot of the ways that it can manifest itself, but there's one that I don't. Can't remember what it is, but I remember that I was like, oh my goodness, thank you, I don't have that. I don't remember what it was, but it was something sort of annoying. Yeah, isn't Emma a beautiful name? Blanca. Oh, I love that. Blanca Elena. And alma, of course, everybody knows what alma means. It means soul. And Monica is, yeah, Blanca. Blanca Elena. Yeah, in Chile, I'm Maria Claudia. So I mean, I'd be there sitting, and they would be like, Maria, Maria, and I'm like, "Mm." And then they would say, Maria Olivos. Whoa, it's me. Used to help bring fortune, both good and bad. She worked to enact retribution, which people feared because they could never tell how she would judge them. Oh, still, I wouldn't name my kid that still, though. Yes, I still, I still wouldn't, and to go back to babies and naming kids, did I told you the name for the new member, extended member of our tribe. His name is Cy Jupiter. How wonderful is that? Cy, C-Y, and Jupiter, like the planet. I love it. I love it. Cy Jupiter. You call them by their full name? Yeah, I did that with my son too. But with my son, I more importantly, I would speak to him in Spanish when I was really upset. Well, I don't know. It depended. Sometimes it depends. Sometimes it'll come easier to me in English, sometimes in Spanish. It depends. That's when he was little. It's the year of the tiger, and Jupiter is a striped planet like the tiger. Aw, I have to tell her that. Wait. So Jupiter. Uh-oh, I need to go turn off my food. I can tell it's starting to be ready. I know it's new. Oh wait, I have a question to ask you that you'll probably know the answer to. I'm gonna Google it, but I'm curious. Hold on, because I know I'm baking chicken, and I can tell it's ready. Okay, it's not burning, but you can just kind of start. I can smell it. That might be another one of those weird things. Okay. Oh, okay. So about Isis. Oh, I love that. Subject of your new mandala of the month for next Monday is tiger medicine. Oh, none of you have guessed my goddess, by the way. I thought everybody would guess. Okay. Wait. What was I going to tell you about? I forgot. Oh, for Chinese New Year. So I would always celebrate Chinese New Year with my dad in Chinatown in New York. Um, after, because he did live in Mexico for a while, um, but then he lived most of the rest when I was young, older in New York, and so we would go there, and so they would do the bird nest, and I remember the bird nest and never really understanding what it was, and then for in my dad's memory, I always for regular New Year's, I always order Chinese food, and then for Chinese New Year, I always order Chinese food because in memory of my dad. And and then so I ordered, and this hasn't happened in a while, But years ago we would go to this restaurant. There were actually two of them, about an hour south of DC, which is where I lived at the time. I lived out in the boonies because the first the guy that I married was country boy, and so I introduced him to all these things, and they would give us like the bird's nest, and I never really knew what to do with it, and I don't really know what they're made from here, but the real bird's nests that they, I guess, eat in China for New Year's are made of bird saliva that's done in tiny little like noodle shapes, and I think they make a soup out of it. Oh, that's probably what the nest is for. You probably put it in the soup and then it falls apart like noodles. Unlocking memories. I keep unlocking memories lately. This is, I just learned that the book of Genesis really means gene of Isis. Gene of Isis? Huh. A question. Lynn! You got it. Yes. So what, right? Yeah. I'm a little concerned, because there are a lot of, I don't know. I'm not even going to say anything. So what gave it away, Lynn? What gave it away? I can pull a card for you, Patty, but I'm not a psychic. I am an artist who channeled forth an oracle deck, and I can pull a card for you and tell you, or maybe even just show you, and for you to intuitively gather from that, and to apply to your life. But I can guarantee you that Spirit speaks to us through beautiful tools such as these. So, and I will pull a card for each person here in just a little bit. Yes, Lynn. Yes. For Imbolc. You are right. Oh, yes. You are welcome to stay here, Patty, and hang out with us. It is a powerful week. So, okay, so we said it is Mary Magdalene's birthday tomorrow. And then February. I mean, here's the thing. My birthday's in February. I grew up as a child in Chile, where February is summer and it's when everybody's on vacation, and it's the month everybody loves because everything closes and everybody goes on vacation, and everybody loves February. And then here, I love February because it's when it snows the most, and it's Valentine's. And did you know that my birthday, which is the 13th, which is a sacred feminine number, but there was someone that some years ago they tried to make it be the 13th, that it was self-love day, and I like to celebrate that still. And this is what I was creating the altar kits. So one is going to be a self-love um, altar kit, and then the other one with Aphrodite and then the other one like a romantic. So using the pink and the red, because we made them in pink and red, and then I will reshare my um the ritual kit that I did with leche de mujer amada, which is the milk for the beloved woman, um ritual spell, which I think is really powerful. And I'm going to be doing that on the 13th for self-love. You can do it on the 14th for romance. You can do it both days, because it is, and actually I should do it both days, because actually it is I think it's a 6 day, if I don't remember, if I'm remembering correctly, it's a 6 day um ritual that you do with that. And look what I got myself for self-love day already. I didn't know. I opened it ahead of time. I never open stuff ahead of time, but I really missed I lost a ring on my from my finger, and I always love to have, I wear the same ones over and over until they get lost. And they get lost and I feel naked until they get replaced. So Sergio hasn't even noticed it. It's onyx. I'm sorry, it's obsidian. Obsidian. And here I have my the one that I've had for a while now, my moonstone. So I like how they look. But this is my self-love gift to myself this year. So Wednesday's a big day because it's Imbolc, right? And Lunar New Year is on Tuesday. When is Chinese New Year? When is Chinese New Year? Hey Tina, how are you? Welcome. Thank you so much, Melody, Susie, everybody. Lynn's leaving? Oh, I'm sorry, Lynn. I'll pull a card for you. Oh, thank you. February 1st. So that's the Lunar New Year. On the 1st. Okay. So I wanted to, I'm sorry that Lynn had to leave early, but so I wanted to give you a couple of ideas of things that you could do for Imbolc. And I am going to make a video and I'll share it on TikTok, and I don't know if I'll do it in parts. I'll share it here on YouTube, and then I'll share it in the Facebook group as well. And but there's several things that you could do to celebrate Imbolc and to celebrate Goddess Bridget, who was also made into a Saint Bridget. Now, I will be doing a big reveal of the goddess on Instagram on Thursday, so I hope you join me then. And we will be doing the big reveal of the painting like we usually do. Like I said, I had really wanted for that reveal to be today, but we're like we're very delayed with orders, and so it just did not happen, because I also don't want to do any more reveals without the goddess in her throne, which to me is with her framed. And Sergio was not done with her frame yet. So I wanted to go ahead and wait until she has her frame, because we have there's like two goddesses that still don't have their frames. So, oh, Alma, I'm so sorry. If you were here for you, if you want to share why, and if not, it's okay. And of course you can in our private Facebook group. And just know that you're in our hearts. and we'll be sending you some special love and light for this month. I'm sorry it's a hard month for you, because it's my month. I wanted everybody to be happy on my month, or all the time, really. I'm sorry. If there's anything that we could do, Mercury's going direct on the 3rd, you all. That's good news, right? Sun is entering Pisces on the 18th. All right, so, oh, I know what I was going to say. So, okay, let me think, because I did, oh, I have it here on my computer. Ways to honor Goddess Bridget. Never mind, I can remember, but close my eyes. So, one of the things that's very common is Bridget's Cross, right? Tons of videos on how you could do Bridget's Cross, and Bridget's Cross has these, it's really quite beautiful, and it has these different points that are kind of bent, and in there you could put like little flowers, and you hang it on your in your entryway for protection. And it's very common. It is so common that most Catholic churches will do it in Ireland still, because Goddess Bridget crossed over and became a saint, like many goddesses became different Virgin Marys. So colonization happened with this goddess as well. And so, but this is not a regular cross. Then the other thing that you could do is bake bread, and there's lots of different recipes for that. And it is said that she loves for you to leave bread and milk outside for her. Venus went direct yesterday. Yes, I am totally an Aquarius. It's the anniversary of my sister's death. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know. I know. I still grieve my dad, and it's been a long time. And I still cry about my dad. And I understand, and I'm so sorry. I used to have a really hard time with my father's death, and you know what I ended up doing um is I changed all of my all of my stuff to Day of the Dead. So my dad died in the spring, and then of course there's his birthday, and I used to just really it used to be really hard. And when I started making Day of the Dead a much bigger part of my life, because it's not part of my Chilean culture, Day of the Dead. But my dad lived in Mexico 8 years, and he loved it. So it felt very natural to to adapt to it, especially with my working with altars, which are very much part of my culture, South American, Native American culture. So when I started doing it more for Day of the Dead and concentrated in that, I mean, I still, suffer through it, but in a way, it just has made it different. I don't know. I don't know if that helps. at all, but maybe because everybody's mourning their dead and celebrating their dead at that time, and I feel more connected. And plus I feel really connected to my dad, and it's sad, but it's celebratory at the same time. I don't know, but I really enjoy connecting with Day of the Dead, and it's helped me a lot with grief during their anniversaries. Yes, everybody's sending you love and prayers. Dee, can you put your Instagram here? There she goes. Okay, so you can make the star. My neck is hurting a little bit, so I'm gonna kind of end here, or have to sort of lean back maybe. Um, can you hear me okay if I'm back here? So so there's the star which you can make. You will see a lot of the ways that you can make it online, that I think it's a really fun thing to do. Um, most of the time you do it with reeds and different things like that, but you can do it with pipe cleaners. So you can go to YouTube and just look for Bridget's Star pipe cleaners. You could do it with your kids. You could, do it for yourself, and all in different colors or all in the same color, and put little flowers in there, decorate it, and then hang it. And then the other thing, which is what I really wanted to do, which was to make Bridget's doll, also using some sort of twine or some sort of long grass type of thing. And I said here, oh, I know there's not straw, there's another name for it. And I said here, please go by Michael's and see if they have any of that. And they didn't. And I thought, well, maybe we could do it with a corn husk, but but I don't think that that's appropriate for spring. That would be more for fall. And so then I said, okay, never mind. Um, and then he went to the Latino market. I don't know why. And he said, oh, I brought you something for your witchy stuff. He never brings me stuff for my witchy stuff. And he brought me chamomile, this Mexican chamomile. And well, this says pepper snacks. These were not pepper snacks. This was chamomile. And I was like, why did you bring me that? He's never brought me anything, nothing witchy. I showed you the book that he bought with, bless his heart, but it's not my thing at all. But he this time, I mean, look. This is exactly what I wanted to try to use to make a Bridges doll. Now, it's all chamomile. It's chamomile. Now, I don't know if I should soak it in water to soften it up. I don't know. I don't know if, I think I'm going to play with it off screen, and if it works, I'll make a video. Maybe I'll make a video even if I fail. But this is what I was looking for. And he's like, oh, here's for your witchy stuff. Oh, you do? Oh, I'm so glad, Alma. Made it from corn. Oh, see, Melody, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do the Latin twist, making it. Oh, wait, you made the Bridget cross from corn husk? I think I'm still gonna have him get me some tamale husk to make her from corn. Guided by spirit. I know. So I'm gonna try doing it with this. It smells so good. Maybe both. Maybe corn husk and this. But I really but this is what I had in mind. So it's very cool. So again, you can Google it. I'm gonna try to make it, and if it works, I'll make a video. Creeper. Let me see if I can block. Yeah. Troll. I put them in jail. I put them in timeout so they can still hear us, but they can't say anything. It's like wee cheepity chee. Oh, you soak them and cut them into strips? That's what I was thinking of doing. Soaking them, cutting them into strips, and I was thinking of braiding some, and I wonder if I soak this, what it'll be like. I've never seen chamomile like this. Yes, I've been on doing lives for way too long. And especially on TikTok, you know, it is a lot of stems. But I think that most of my training with lives happened with Periscope, which is why my YouTube lives are so informal compared to most other YouTube lives, because I like keeping it authentic, and being myself, and that's why I love TikTok. And that's why whenever I do these YouTube lives, after I'm done, they go either unlisted or they go private. None of these stay public. So it's tied with this, which when I make my doll, I'm going to use this red thread, which is the same red thread that I use for all the ritual and manda and all the sacred work that I do here. Oh, sorry. Isn't it a beautiful color? And this is a great color to do your protection bracelet. And so all you need is a piece of string and somebody who loves you a lot, like a child, like your kid, and have your child do this 7 times around your wrist and make a knot. It could be your spouse too, but it's got to be a real pure love, like a real pure love. So I think, like a child, a grandkid maybe. You don't have either, Alma. So another way to honor the goddess is just leaving her bread and milk outside the door. And this, by the way, Bridget's Day is from midnight. So it's January 1st and January 2nd. So it doesn't start yet. So you have time. You have time to do this. And you can leave her cross there indefinitely. And some people leave these for decoration until around, when Easter arrives, so until the spring equinox. Some people burn him because Bridget is the goddess of fire and the flame. And when she was born, it is said that she was risen up to the sun. And then when she came down, she was holding flames and fire. And so you can burn your doll as well as an offering to Bridget. Oh, you did a, okay. Wait, I'm always more called to the second. The second, oh, to celebrate on the second. Okay. For my Bridget bed crib, I just used a wicker basket and a Guatemalan warrior doll to represent her. Oh, that's beautiful. So what Melody is referring to is that in some um in 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 some practices, one of the rituals that's done for Bridget is to make a doll of her and dress her in white. And this is what I wanted to do is, and you can make her out of corn husk or make her out of this, and you dress her in white. It could be in a little piece of whatever cloth, or you could paint her with some acrylic paint. So they dress her in white and then put a little crystal stone on her chest, and then they put her on a tiny little basket, and then the matriarch, so the head female of the home, carries Bridget singing, oh, my hair stands up, singing into the home. Isn't that beautiful? I love the idea of a worry doll. You could dress your little worry doll in white and put a tiny little piece of crystal on her heart. In curanderismo, we wrap a piece of red thread around our dominant palm hand to protect when doing limpia, so healers don't reabsorb what's being removed. It goes with red sash worn at waist. In South America, why am I speaking with a weird accent? In South America, which is very common to see people with red thread around your hands. It's either hand for protection. And it's usually, and it could be wrapped around by your mother. Sometimes people do it by the best friend, by your children. So, okay, so let me go ahead and do some cards. The red sash at the waist, Esther, is that a red sash like the ones that we see, like that they use? I've seen them like in Mexican, that they're sort of thick. I actually have one. What are they like? What are the sashes like? I know, isn't that beautiful? In Esther's tradition, it's the vestments are usually white, and that is really quite beautiful to see. When you see photographs, because of course I have some orishas, and I'm going to paint another orisha. And so I was looking again at some pictures, and I was thinking of you, Esther. I was like, wow, it's just such a beautiful, the vestments are just beautiful. But I have not ever seen or noticed the red sash, because I guess, of course, I've seen pictures on internet, so it's mostly not going to be when they're doing those kinds of rituals. Okay. So while we wait for Esther to tell us what the red sash is like, and I assume, Esther, that you're wearing the white outfit during that, right? So go ahead and give me a number from 1 to 6, and I will pull a card for you. Thick ones, thick like this. They're given by the maestras of curanderismo to apprentice, usually made of cotton. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe like the ones that they use in Mexico, but I mean, the ones that they use there are not for religious purposes, but they're beautiful. How long does it take, Esther, for someone to apprentice? Seems to me like it's a long process. I need to light something before I pull the card. So hold on 1 second. Well, I have bad news. We have the wood stove going downstairs because it's really cold here. And I told you I had chicken in the oven. And I turned it off. I could still smell something. So turns out that I burned all the vegetables. Oh well. The chicken's good though. Oh wait, something else. I was called by Spirit to do this every time from now on. Remind me. You know, it's been my habit for a long, long time, and I've just not living back and forth from here to Chile is going to be a huge change, but some things will be good because it was hard always settling back in. Months, Santeria, years. Oh, okay. Yes, all my vegetables burnt. I had vegetables separate in a pot, and I forgot that I had that going. It's okay. It's all right. The ones on the top are okay. They're a little smoky. Sweet potatoes and zucchini and some other vegetables. So we're going to go ahead and center a little bit. So I have my Palo Santo here, and I just want you to breathe in and breathe out from your tummy. So making your tummy big like a baby, and then breathing in slowly, and you're going to do it as slow as you can. If you have tension, you will notice that your belly does this. You want your belly to be very smooth like a baby. And so we're going to start doing 3 breaths, just 3 breaths every Sunday, and bringing back sound, because I've always had sound, but I've been a little bit discombobulated, and here I am about to get on a plane again soon. But anyhow, back to this. So I want you to put your hand on your stomach right here, and you are going to inflate like a balloon. Nobody's gonna see you. And you close your eyes, and we're gonna do it 3 times. We're gonna let go of everything that's a burden to us. Okay, take a couple of just regular breaths, and then we're gonna go ahead and go 1. Breathe in. And breathe out, making your belly really big. You can breathe in and out of your nose. That's up to you. The main thing is that with your hand, you're feeling your belly balloon out, and then slowly slow as you can inhale back in, and you take your time. Just do it 3 times. Okay, taking in all the blessings to you, your loved ones, for your highest good. Oh, I didn't bring my feather. I didn't bring my feathers that Elena gave me. But I send you all these blessings. And we bring in our messages from our sacred mothers and goddesses, our ancestors, our angels, spirit, all that is. Okay, so let me scroll back and see the numbers here. We have Danielle with number 3. And you have Aine, reclaim joy. I don't think that there's any kind of secret message there. Reclaim joy. It's just pure and simple. And I was talking about how there's trickster fairies, and how I was talking about that, I think, last night on a live on TikTok, and how the 2 fairies that I painted are not trickster fairies, but I feel that one might show up in my next deck. But I was thinking, I've never worked with trickster fairies. All the fairies that I, and that I have people that have told me they're around here, and that I have felt are, nice fairies. And lo and behold, I ended up a few minutes later spending pretty much all of my morning yesterday digging out a gold coin that nobody knows where it came from, that was stuck in the dishwasher disposal. Anyhow, but this is a good fairy. And she is wanting you to be happy. Okay. I'm going to look at the messages in a second so that I can go ahead and have my numbers in front of me. I know Melody told me to spray this with Florida water, and I have my Florida water that Esther made here. Okay, so my next one, oh, I lost them. Oh, there they are. So Susie for 6. Priestess of divination. Priestess of divination. So usually when I get that, I feel usually when I get that I take it as a sign to hone my skills, to play around and hone my skills with all types of divination. And of course, now that I told you all that our new goddess is Bridget, guess what form of divination we're going to start doing? Remember what Sergio got me for Christmas? And we didn't even know. He didn't even know. But runes. Okay, so first thing that came to me for priestess is divination is ask the goddess for signs that she's with you and supporting you every day. A feather on the ground, a certain song at the right moment, etc. So yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Why is my battery running low? I'm plugged in. Oh, no, I'm not. Hold on. Okay. And you see how quiet the dogs are? This is why I can't go in my little meditation space in the attic and do these, because the dogs go crazy and Sergio goes crazy and they run away and all cray happens. And here they're just laying on the bed next to me. Okay, Melody 6. For Melody. Hope. Hope with the meter. And see what my first thing that my finger falls on. You must be clear about what you want and be attentive to signs that you need to reevaluate a situation. There's hope. There's hope there. But there's something that you need to reevaluate. And I don't know if it's but or and there's something you need to reevaluate. I love the meat that was key in my life. And I promised her I'd paint Persephone for her this year. Just like Mother Mary, I promised her I'd build her a little grotto outside. Okay, for Tina. Everybody's got the same numbers, 3s and 6. Priestess of the healing waters, Tina. And this one's pretty, the priestesses are quite short. You have healed and are healing further as you evolved in this lifetime. You have the power to heal, and you can help others by sharing. Together we heal. I mean, there's more to it, but I just read a little tiny bit, a little excerpt, what jumps out at me specifically for you, with bibliomancy, by the way, so I'm just kind of running my finger and where it stops. Look, more 3s. That's so funny. Everybody, please keep Ruthie in your prayers. I have not heard from her. For Alma and Elena, just because I'm lighting it for each person in case it goes out, but it's usually it lasts for 2 people. That's just why you get 2 in 1, 2 for 1 for guidance. Alma. It was Alma. You were first. Yep. Mary Magdalene. She is sending you so much love. Mary Magdalene is like the big sister in the deck. I feel like she has all this big sister love that you can go to her for anything. Oh, wait, and you just told me about your sister. Was she, what, was she your, I said the word sister without even thinking about your sister. I was just thinking about the fact that Mary Magdalene is someone that I can easily go to like a sister, and I did not even, but I was thinking about the fact that she was showing up for you to go to her, but I wasn't thinking specifically about your sister, but obviously she is. Wow. Wow. I mean, what's your sister's name? That is beautiful. I got chills and I had to try not to cry. That's amazing. Oh, I have chills, yes. Oh my gosh, Alma. Esther. Well, thank you, Esther, for coming to be with us today. That is a beautiful gift that Esther has given all of us just now. Not just you, Alma. So, especially for you, it is a special gift for you. But she has also just kind of stepped in here and been a gift to all of us. So thank you, Esther. Yeah, she's part of the tribe. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That is really beautiful. I'm gonna scroll back up. I see, Patty, that you said 7. I see, Esther, you said 5. And that you dress all in white. And now we are back with Elena. This is not infrared. I bought this at Target, by the way. It's sunbeam. But it still does help a little bit. Because it goes right up, because my pain is from right up here. Look at how far up it goes. It's really, really good. And it's got a little magnet here. Okay, thank you, Esther. Ouch. Thank you, Spirit, Sacred Mothers, Goddesses, Angels, Ancestors, all that energy out there that I just like to call it, all that is mer magical. So cool. So cool. So the next one is also a 3, but this is for Elena. One, 2, and 3. Another, again, I swear I'm shuffled in. Priestess of the Healing Waters. Did she come up already today? Oh, she came up in my reading on TikTok. I don't know if she's come up here today yet. Priestess of the Healing Waters. Oh yeah, she did just come up. All right, so I'm just going to read all of it since this is the second time that she's come up. Okay. You can change the world. This card holds truth and healing for you and yours. You have experienced darkness and have come through time and time again. There are lessons you have learned. You have healed, and you're healing further as you evolve in this lifetime. You have the power to heal. You can help others by sharing. Together we heal. It is important to be honest with yourself without judgment. The ways we act and react are connected to emotional or physical survival. They're a result of the process we have to go through to reach the point where we can fully transform. Speak and act truthfully, centered in love. Look at your life situations grounded in love, balance between faith and magic. Be active in your healing and focus on all the good around you with wonder. So, because you got that, and I believe Tina also got that one. And so, there you go. gold. Danielle wrote gold about thank you. You pulled her the other day, Susie? Yay, runes. Oh, yes. I pulled my first rune. Did I tell you all about the first runes that I pulled? They were amazing. They were so on point because it was sacred feminine. It was the protection rune, and I can't remember the other one, but it was, I think it had to do with growth. The last one that you posted, oh, very cool. Very cool, Susie. They're from Odin as the All-Father, and we're always here with all the mothers. They're from Odin as the All-Father. You know, you just, I told you ever since you mentioned Odin that one time, and then the runes, I had no idea that Bridget was connected to runes. Okay, so I'm going to do 5 for Esther, then 7 to Patty. Oh, I'm so glad, Melody, that was good for you. Oh, Alma, I'm so glad. Year of the Water Tiger. Oh, I don't know what that's for. The runes are from Odin. How did Odin get them? How are they connected to Bridget? Okay. Let me concentrate. I don't have to concentrate because this is not me, but let me just burn some stuff for Esther and Patty. You know, I don't like chamomile. I have an adverse reaction to it, but I really like, it's really weird. Maybe, I know I need healing around that because it's all psychological. Okay. So for Esther, the runes are, oh, I already read that. All right, for Esther, number 5. And then we have Patty. So we have Kuyen, ancestors and past lives. And I actually, for you, 2 cards came out. And again, we have a priestess of divination coming through. So Kuyen has to do with ancestors and past lives and Akashic records also. Because the priestess of divination came up with her, I'm wondering about Akashic records for you, if you've ever looked into that, and also dreams, you know, messages through your dreams. Odin then brought with his quest giving up an eye for the knowledge. Yeah, I did know that they were both patrons of poets. I didn't know that they lost eyes. Wow. I've from everything that I've read, I've not read anything about her giving up an eye. Spirit. Oh, that is so wonderful. Yeah, check-ins with your ancestors and something to do with divination, which of course, oh, that's another way to celebrate Bridget, of course, is through different forms of divination, oracle cards, tarot cards, runes, reading, doing tea readings, doing limpias with your egg, and then doing readings, any kind of divination um, for Bridget, celebrating Bridget as well. And because you got that, and see what your ancestors are trying to get to you. So that was interesting how the two cards came out at the same time. I would love to know where I could read more about that. And I also, in things that I've read, I have not seen Odin mm, much. Just more about Bridget. I must go. Oh, thank you. Brightest blessings to you, Susie. Okay. Now we have for Patty. Anybody else? Anybody else other than Patty and myself? Thank you so much for joining, Susie. Have a beautiful week. Oh, we didn't pull the card for the group. Did not pull the card for the group. For the week. That's what I mean. And 7 for Patty. Pachamama, Mother Nature, and grounding. So grounding with Mother Nature. So I don't know where you live. It's kind of hard for those of us who are in places where it's really cold. But here's another thing that you can do for Bridget and for Imbolc is you can start your seeds. And that has a lot of benefit because you go and you get some dirt and you get your hands in the dirt and you start working with your seeds, start planting. Maybe you don't want to plant them just yet, but you can start planning for them. Like I ordered my seeds and I'm going to start thinking about how I'm going to do it, especially since I'll be gone for a month. And so you can ground like that. Let me see what is going to come up for you with bibliomancy if I run my fingers through here. Savannah, Georgia. Oh, you're getting a little bit of a cold, but you can start your seeds for sure. It says here, it is possible to have real communication with the earth through grounding. Embrace the outdoors in ways that are joyful and easy to incorporate into your daily life. So yeah, basically the same thing I was doing. I was just talking about Savannah, Georgia last night on my TikTok live. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it now, but it is beautiful. Savannah, Georgia is beautiful. So definitely you could do some grounding. How cold is it there? I know you all have had a cold spell. She gave up a night when she was being teased by her brothers about being betrothed. She then dug her finger into her eye, pulled it out, and said something like, I deem it unlikely they will ask for me. And how does that tie into the runes? Danielle, I want you to go on TikTok so I can interview you and we can have these conversations. I think you have to have 1,000 followers on TikTok, but I got to 1,000, in a couple of months. And you could, because you're so good with all the information, all this information you put out there. And then I could do some interviews. something I do is I place the seeds on my altar to bestow blessings. Oh, I do that too. I do that too. Thank you, Melody, for mentioning it. I have my little seeds for my Pachamama medicine on my altar right now. Those are the only seeds that I have on there. And back in Chile, I also have some seeds on my altar. I won't get to plant them because I will only be there for a month. It's about to get warmer. Good. Yes, she did give up body parts to avoid a bad marriage. True. Isn't that interesting? But I had no idea that she gave up body parts. I haven't seen it in any. If you see a story with that, please send it to me. I'm going to look. Oh, I see. So they had similarities. The runes is just kind of part of her heritage. Well, I certainly didn't depict her that way. Well, you'll find out on Thursday. All right. Okay, ladies, I'm going to get off of here so I can lean back and go tend to my burnt vegetables. And I'm going to play around with the chamomile. It's always made me a little bit nauseous. But at the same time, I think it smells good and beautiful and sweet. It's strange. Oh, I need a card for the group for the week. Okay, this is a card to guide us all for the week. So along with your special message for the week, this is our umbrella for the week for all of us. Awakening and victory. I know this year has started off kind of gross for a lot of us. So I like this, you know, so Mercury is ending its retrograde. We're going into Venus, is age of Aquarius. We're Aquarius month. And we got some awakening and victory for all of us. I like that. And then I'll pull one for me. And I have Isis for awakening. I'm sorry, sacred unions and relationships. Oh, so much love to you, Melody. Thank you, Danielle, for sending me a link. Awake IG. Is that your Instagram, Tina? I'm hopping on live IG about 8:30. I will try to join you, Danielle. Thank you so much, Alma. Thank you. So much love. Love you, love you. Love you, love you. Let me know, anybody, really quick before I jump off. Again, this will go unlisted. You can always access it from the private link that you used to get here. All right. Oh, yes. Happy New Year. Oh, okay. Tina, I will wait. I will wait until you send what you wanted to say. Your mantra for 2022? Awake IG. I am awake. I am awake. We are awake. Awake IG. Let me know how awakening and victory. Oh yes. That's your mantra. Okay. Awakening and victory. Yes. Right? So Tina, I don't know if you know that our goddess for the year is goddess Sedna, who is a goddess of healing and creation through her wounding. So definitely there's a lot of awakening and victory with that as she becomes and she awakens into her truth self of being a goddess and a mermaid and a creatrix, where she creates all the animals of the ocean as well. So um, I love it. So our goddess for this very eventful week that starts off a very eventful month is a really strong goddess for awakening and victory, because we don't have Sedna in this deck. It's almost like she's stepping in and reinforcing that, and yeah, I love that too. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. I love you. Besitos. If you don't belong to our private Facebook group, go ahead and join it, Olivos Art Studio. It's a very small group and very simple, but we do love for you to post your needs there, post your celebrations there, post pictures of things with the treasures you buy from us there. I love, love, love to see them. And yeah, I love you. Have a wonderful week. Besitos. Love you. Bendiciones.